Sorry guys, I ran out of memory there. Anyways, like I was saying, this came with two keyboards. One was the stock ice cream sandwich, the stock jelly bean keyboard, and the Xiaomi keyboard. The Xiaomi keyboard is actually a Chinese keyboard, which does get changed to English when the language is changed, but it's not a good keyboard in English. I don't know how efficient it is in Chinese, but it's not a good keyboard in English, and so I changed the setting to the stock uh, Android keyboard, which we all know is extremely good. Let me just show you. Anyways, there you go. And moving on, I wanted to tell you guys that Xiaomi has loaded a lot of good tools into this phone, such as Torch, which is something that one would go to the Play Store and download anyways if they didn't have it, and there are tons of these apps. But since Xiaomi has done this for you, it's given you these apps pre-installed, you don't actually have to do that. Speaking of pre-installed, uh, one shocking thing is that the Play Store itself was not pre-installed onto the phone. There's actually this thing called the MI Market, and through that you had to download Play Store as an app. And then through Play Store you could download stuff like Google Search, WhatsApp, Facebook, Skype, all of these apps again which were not pre-installed in the phone. And like I was saying, this phone is pretty much stock except for the launcher and the themes. The launcher is completely like an iPhone. It's got no app drawer. It's just swipe left to right for all your apps, and you can of course make folders. This being Jelly Bean. Another thing I would like to say is that some of these apps aren't stock, like the Gallery app, which is extremely nice. The Gallery app is lets you like segment your photos into folders, and it tells you which photos in which folder instead of just having a long continuous line of just photos. And then you have your music app, which is again really nice, and if you're online it'll find album art, cover art, or your music art, and it'll find your lyrics if you're online for the song that you have. And then you have the camera, which is again extremely iPhone looking. The app, as you can see, the shutter button and all looks identical to the iPhone app. And as I tap to focus, this is an 8 megapixel camera with 1080p recording at 30 frames per second. You can hold, as you can see, you can hold the camera button for burst mode. It will take about 20 photos. I'll just show you that again. I'll just take, and as you can see, it just took 20 photos. So the burst mode is extremely fast. The camera is really nice, and it takes photos at a good shutter speed. The shutter speed is quite fast. So anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to say. Some of these widgets are nice. A lot of these apps are proprietarily Chinese, so I had to uninstall a lot of them that were taking space. And yeah, if any of you were going in for one of them, I would highly recommend a 32 GB, not a 16 GB. I mean, a 16 GB would get over extremely fast. So don't listen to those people who are saying that 16 GB is more than enough or anything. It's really not. One more thing I would like to mention is that this phone is so fast that it can run games like Dead Trigger, Modern Combat 4, Need for Speed, and Shadowgun like all together at the same time. I can actually multitask and switch between these like high-end graphic games. So like 2 GB of RAM and a quad-core S4 processors, like completely all you need. You do not need specs higher than that. I mean, this is just amazing. Thanks, guys.